What's up, YouTube? Beto here, bringing you another black and white Wi-Fi battle. This battle is against LCS04 for Mr. Shadowblaze's second round tournament. This is the third time I've fought LCS, and I'm not going to spoil what happens, but it's a good battle. I'm going to lead off my Heatran, and he, of course, is going to lead off of his Starmie. I don't want to even think about taking any of Starmie's attacks, so I switch out right into my Cresselia. He goes for the Hydro Pump and misses, which is good for me, so I basically got a free switch. He goes for the Hydro Pump again. I know I'm going to be able to live that, so I set up the light screen. But unfortunately, he gets a critical hit. So that basically just annihilates Cresselia. But I do get the light screen up, which is good. It helps me out later in the battle, which you will see. But besides that, Cresselia is basically useless. I leave him in for death fodder, hoping maybe he might miss with Hydro Pump to set up the Reflect so I can have the dual screens going. But that doesn't happen. So I say, I'll switch into my Porygon Z. My Porygon Z is, of course, Scarfed. I know I'm going to outspeed it, and I'll just use the Discharge. And plus, the download gives me a special attack rate, so I know I can kill one shot. But foolish me, I do go for the safe Discharge, and he switches into Gliscor. And, of course, I don't affect it. So, I then have to switch out of Porygon Z, which gives him a free turn to set up, annihilate, do basically just do work. But in turn, he actually switches out, which was a pulled double switch, and he goes into his Thundurus. This could have been bad for me if I didn't have my own Thundurus, which I go into right now. He goes straight for the Thunderbolt, predicting a switch, which was a good move on his part, and that doesn't really do that much. So I decided to go for the Nasty Plot, knowing I'll get one off because of my Prankster ability. And seeing as that didn't do too much, I know I can live at least another one. So he does go for the Thunderbolt again. It brings me down to 172 health, down in the yellow, and I go for my own Thunderbolt. Due to my Nasty Plot, it takes out his Thundurus pretty quickly. This leaves us with 1-1 apiece as he goes into his Starmie. As you'll see here in a second, the light screen was a savior because I was like, oh crap, he's got the Ice Beam, he's going to kill me. Because I completely forgot about my light screen. So I get the Dark Pulse off, predicting a switch into something different that could take the Thunderbolt. So I did Dark Pulse, but it still ends up taking him out. And I take myself out with Life Orb. So he's going to send right out his Gliscor. I'm going to go into Staraptor. I decided to go into Staraptor because Staraptor is the fastest Pokemon on my team, and I can see what he's going to go into next. So he decides to switch into a Registeel. Predicting a switch of some sort, I go for the U-turn so I can get that out and bring in something super effective. Which I still have left my Heatran, so I bring him in. Knowing he has Volcarona on his team and knowing he can't really do anything to me, I set up my Stealth Rocks right off. So I get the Stealth Rocks up and he goes for the Thunder Wave, which just about every Registeel has. And as you guys see, this is quite the Para-Hacks battle right here. So I decide to go for, oh, well, if he's just going to kind of attempt to set up on me, I'm just going to go right for the Magma Storm. So I try to go for the Magma Storm, and I can't, because I got Parahaxed. So he goes for the Iron Head, and that does jack to Heatran. But it popped my Air Bloom in case he has Earthquake or some sort on another one of his Pokemon. But this time I do get the Magma Storm, and it does probably 3/4 of his life. And of course it traps him in the Swirling Magma, second effect of it. So that's some more nice residual damage on the Registeel. So yeah. And he goes for the Iron Hand yet again. And for the next like 5 turns in a row, I get Parahaxed. Except for that one where I missed with Magma Storm, because Heatran just wanted to see me cry. And by this time, I've basically discovered that this Registeel is the common 4th gen Registeel with Iron Head, Stealth Rock, Thunder Wave, and Hammer Arm. which is the exact same thing I run on my Registeel. So I knew it could not touch me whatsoever. So I know I'm safe to stay in through the Parahacks and kill this Registeel and then leave in my Heatran for death fodder. So about this time, I decide, why keep going for the Magma Storm? I'll try to go for the Earth Power, and I get paralyzed again. So this has been quite a fun match, where literally half of it is me being Parahaxed. I think it's this turn, but I'm not sure. I think I finally get to hit it, but I could be lying. Let's see what happens. Yep, I finally get the Earth Power off on the Registeel, and I finally take it out. That could have been a problem for some of my Pokemon, seeing as it did have Thunder Wave, and it got the Stealth Rocks up. So, it kind of almost hinders Staraptor, but not too much. So he goes into Batman, his Gliscor, yet again, and I'm just going to leave in Heatran, because I know he's going to be slower, and I know he's packing Earthquake. So, and Heatran's basically useless to me now. So Heatran did his job, he got the Stealth Rocks up, because he's got Volcarona, which I saw through the team preview. So I'm just going to go into Porygon Z. And here is what I should have done umpteen million turns ago and just gone for the safe Ice Beam. So I go for the safe Ice Beam with the special attack rise from my download, and he protects. He knows I'm Scarfed or Specs or not banded. He knows I'm choiced in some way, so he goes for the protect to see what I'm going to lock myself into. And he sees I lock into Ice Beam, and he really has no other choice but to take it and leave his Gliscor in for death fodder. So he brings in Mothra, his Volcarona, which is about to get annihilated by my Stealth Rocks. Thinking, I do have the special attack raise, so I'll just stay in and Ice Beam the Volcarona, hoping for a kill. And I do get the kill, which was very nice for my heart. I don't know if that critical hit mattered on the Volcarona because of the special attack raise and because of my special attack with my Porygon Z, but who knows. At this point, he only has his Conkeldurr left, so it's basically good game due to the fact I have Porygon Z, Staraptor, and his Elf still left. He doesn't kill me with the Mach Punch, so I get yet another Ice Beam off. So that does over half, which is good for me because I know I can just send in either one of my Pokemon and just take it out. So he does end up killing Porygon Z because of the Mach Punch, his priority. It outspeeds a Choice Scarf Pokemon, so that's fine and dandy. Deciding who wants to get the kill at the end, I decide to go into Staraptor in case he has something strong enough that could possibly take out Staraptor if I miss with a Brave Bird. Because I get the Intimidate, he'd lose his attack, so I knew I was safe. So that'd be a good game with LCS04. It was the third time we battled, like I said, and I'm moving on into the third round of Mr. Shadowblaze tournament to fight the Pokemon Trainer Extreme. So, guys, LCS channel will be in the link below. Check him out and comment, rate it, and subscribe.